I'm Jim Proman, and I've been a volunteer attorney here with Children's Law Center for about 16, 17 years now. Over the years, I had been a transactional attorney, doing pretty much general corporate work, and just the idea of getting into the juvenile courts and child protection system was of interest to me. I thought maybe I could do some good. But I had no clue what goes on in the child protection system. When I got my first case, I was able to see how the system worked. You've got some reason that a child or perhaps children are taken out of the family. It's a very traumatic experience. And you have these players in the system who are there to decide what happens in this child's life. And often the child doesn't understand what's going on. And they don't know who to trust and who to believe and what's right. And that's the role we play. We're able to sit down and explain it all, understand what is going on, and have the child decide if what is being recommended for them is appropriate or not. And then we can be the voice of that child. When I first met Dustin, he was 10 years old. And he was a young man who was mature beyond his years. It was reported by the school that Dustin and his younger brother were not showing up at school. And so the county went in and investigated and found that there were issues within the home. And he and his younger brother were living in an emergency shelter for a period of time and confused over the situation. But once we sat down and talked about it, he understood it quite well. That put him at ease. He knew that the situation that they were living in was not a good situation, and they were looking to have something better. I get a lot more out of it than I put into it, and nothing makes me happier than to see a case end with a child in a far better situation than they were in when it started. Dustin's a very, very smart young man and was very focused. He knew he wanted to graduate high school, go to college, and be successful in whatever he does, and to date he has done that. I was fortunate to be at his high school graduation. He's now graduated college, he's living independently, has a very stable home life with his girlfriend and his dog, who's very important to him. Now in his first job out of college, doing very, very well. I'm grateful that I've retained a connection with him because, I'm no longer his lawyer. So you've heard a lot about Dustin already, and now it's time to meet the keynote speaker. My former client and good friend, Dustin Schmieg.